What's going on, good people? Rich here.
School is in the building. What's happening?
Hey, man, we back with another episode of the Culture Garden Podcast.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. Shout out to Ray P, of course.
What's up, Rizzle?
Real quick, if y'all not already, well, if you're on YouTube, you are, because we got y'all. This is a part of the YouTube and Culture Garden. They're the same. But if you're not and you listen to a podcast on audio format, make sure you subscribe to We Got Y'all Podcast. We're about to be covering the morning show on Apple TV Plus, as well as season 4 just came out yesterday, and then tonight is or it might already come out, but Reasonable Doubt season 3 episode 1. We'll be discussing that as well. So yeah, we'll be in the bag for a couple months, 2.5 months, whatever the case may be. So shout out to Ray P holding it down, and we got y'all. She'll be back next week with us on Culture Garden before we go on our break. And then also shout out to Skool. Who the fuck asked y'all? Shout out to Rio. Got the podcast going. Just had an episode about best TV dads, best and worst TV dads. So and that episode just dropped.
And that one overrated motherfucker.
You got to tune in to see who he's talking about. But you know, make sure y'all show him some love, subscribe. It's funny because who was I talking to? I was talking to Chaz. Chaz had called me the other day. He was like, "Hey man, I can't find Skool's new stuff." So if you're looking on YouTube, it's Skool and Rio, Skool and Rio. Right. So if you look for the episode title, you won't find it. That's what Chaz was saying. So I've been looking for it, so I had to send it to him that way. So just FYI, and we'll probably put a link in the episode description. But we appreciate y'all for tuning back in. We're at episode 129. Go ahead. What you supposed to say?
Nah, I was going to say also, I think it's dope that all this shit kind of ties in together in a sense with, Ed O'Neill being in this.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, man. We're at episode 129. 129 of them things.
Crazy.
Little Giants, as you see in the episode description, the title. There's so much to say about this film, and we'll get to it. We'll definitely get into it. There will be spoilers and explicit content. It's really not that deep with the spoilers, but explicit content will. If you got your kids with you, I know it's a kids movie, but these are adults talking about it. Yeah. We watched when we were kids. We was probably cussing back then, so it is what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the synopsis of the film: misfits form their own opposing team to an elite Pee Wee football team coached by the elite team's coach's brother. Of course, the O'Shea brothers is who we're speaking about. I want to talk about why this movie. So, Skool, we were talking about doing another film, or I brought up a different film. We kind of knew it was going to be a football movie. Football season is underway, and I had another movie in mind. Technically, I had an original movie in mind, one that Skool hasn't seen, and asked him to be on that. Scheduling got mixed up on my end, which is why Rachel couldn't join us. So I had to kind of change scheduling dates. And Skool was like, "Hey, man, we should do Little Giants." And I was like, okay, I thought about it, but I still wanted to do the other movie. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do Little Giants. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Shout out to Lil Cousin. This is a childish grown-ups type of film.
Yes, it
is. I do want to give a shout out to childish grown-ups, Mo, Ash, Mia. Mia just had a birthday, so happy belated birthday to Mia as well. Shout out to Big Sis. Happy belated birthday to her as well.
Hey, yes.
Love Jones episode, if y'all want to check it out early, way back in the vault, way before the YouTube days.
Yeah.
Love Jones, man. Our very first guest on Culture Garden. So shout out to all the September kids, man. There's a million of y'all. But it is what it is. My dog Shelt, his birthday is today.
Happy birthday, Shelt.
Sick of all the birthday shout outs that I'm giving, but it is what it is.
And shout out to Rio. This shit coming up.
Yeah, 20th, Saturday.
Yep.
Shout out to Rio, man. Yeah. That's how you know I rock with you. I remember your birthday, man. I really rock with you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Rio, September 20th, man. But Skool, what made you want to go with Little Giants? Especially after you knew we wanted to do a football theme, what made you select Little Giants out of all the football movies that are out there?
Man, this is a 1480 Rich and Skool classic. This is one of the movies that if you would have tried to do without me, I would have been salty. Like, come on, bro, you can't. Ain't no way. It's a classic to me. I would say it's a classic to you as well. The other movie you suggested, I'm I mean, I ain't gonna. I've seen it, but I don't remember it. So when I don't remember something, I always kind of take that as an L. But yeah.
Yeah.
So this just movie is everything to me. It's great.
Yeah, the other movie I haven't seen in a long time. That's what
Yeah.
intrigued me to do it because I
Yeah.
haven't seen it in probably since it came out. I think it came out like 06, 07, somewhere around there. And I had it on DVD at one point in
Pre
time.
steroids.
Maybe, I don't know.
Not you.
I had it on. Yeah, listen. I feel like that didn't need to be said, but I appreciate you clearing that up.
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
But I feel, I watched it a couple times and had it on DVD, but I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's one of those movies because there's people in that movie. When I look at it, I'm like, oh snap, I forgot
Yeah.
she was in this movie and he was in this movie and this, that, and the third. But yeah, I just wanted to do it just to see how I remembered it and talk about it. But we'll get to it another day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm glad you chose this one. I want to get into the cast before we talk about first experiences and things of that nature. So we have Rick Moranis, the legend. Rick Moranis is like Matilda for the community, man. I feel like we don't play about Rick Moranis, man. He's just a legend. He's a GOAT. As Danny O'Shea, it was cool though because y'all. Well, I'm assuming y'all know. Me and Skool know because we're movie buffs. But Rick Moranis stepped away from acting because his wife had passed. I believe. I know she was sick. I'm not sure if it was cancer, but she had passed away. And they had young kids. He wanted to make sure he raised them and left Hollywood behind. And it was pretty cool that in this film, Becky doesn't have a mom. Her mom's not there. He was supposed to be what do you call it when the dad is
a widower?
Widower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we call it. So yeah, the mom was supposed to pass in the movie, and Becky, and that's the reason why she wasn't around. But out of respect for Rick Moranis and really having his wife pass, they changed it till she left him. So yeah, shout out to Rick Moranis, man, just absolute legend.
I also want to touch on that real quick with Rick. I think it's because we are 90s kids. There's something about Rick Moranis when he comes on the screen, you see his name, you automatically feel great. Like, this movie, you're going to feel amazing. Like, I've never 100%. Seen him in anything where I was like, this shit's trash, or I hate his character, or it's just something about that dude, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, he got it. He got it. Whatever that it is, he got it. We talked about it in our My Blue Heaven episode.
Yes.
Once again, 1480 Classic, we talked about the Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, which when I tell y'all, me and Skool wore that VHS out.
Yeah.
We wore that VHS out, man. It's funny because when you're kids, you don't pay attention to stuff like runtimes, but you go back and look, that movie's only like an hour and 14 minutes or something. Bruh. It's real quick. And straight to DVD, Honey, We Shrunk the Kids was a huge hit.
Yeah.
And then they ended up doing the straight to DVD. I miss those days. I guess it's straight to streaming now.
Yeah.
But there was nothing like those little, to see what this is about. You don't see no trailer for it. You just blindly go for it. And that was our movie, man. But we also had another legend, Ed O'Neill, Ohio's very own, as Kevin O'Shea.
Yes.
He's from Youngstown, went to Youngstown State. Had a tryout for the Steelers. He really played football. I know, right? He really played football. He's a D lineman. Ed O'Neill, once again, we talked about him in our Dutch episode.
Yes.
Ed O'Neill's, man, Ed O'Neill's a legend. Right? A legend. And he's so good in this movie. And it's so natural, too. Like, you could tell he's been around the sport and everything like that. Shauna Waldron is Becky Icebox O'Shea. Devin Sauer as Junior Floyd, his first film. Imagine your first two films being Little Giants and Casper. Back to back.
Steven Spielberg call you his own.
Hey, man, straight up. We'll get into the origin of things. We have Sam Horrigan and Spike Hammersmith. And then we also have appearances from John Madden, Steve Entman. He was the first overall pick in 1992. It's funny when you look at that scene because everybody else is a Hall of Famer, including John Madden. Very recognizable. And you looking like, damn, he was the first overall pick in 1992. So he was one of the ones that he just had a ton of injuries and couldn't make it through. But yeah, Bruce Smith, Emmett Smith, Tim Brown, appearances by all of them.
Legends.
And yeah, 100%. And for y'all who don't know, John Madden really rode around on the bus. He hated flying.
Yep.
So he was infamously known to be touring around when he called games on the bus. So if he was in Cincinnati calling the game, and then had to be in Oakland the next day to call, or not the next day, but the next week. They taking a bus out there. He's not getting on that plane. The film was released October 14th, 1994. Directed by Dwayne Dunham. Also directed what movie, School? We talked about it. We talked about it like when me and you were just talking one day randomly.
I don't know.
Animals. It's got animals in it.
Gremlins? I don't know. Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yep. He directed Homeward Bound because that's really like the only other movie you would probably know from him.
Yeah,
Homeward Bound. The story was written by James Ferguson and Robert Shawcross, and the screenplay was written by both of them, along with Tommy Swerdlow and Michael Goldberg. A lot of writers. You know, they was on their Drake shit. It had a budget of an estimated $20 million, gross $19.3 million worldwide. So this is one of those cult classics because it was a box office flop.
Yeah,
it was a box office flop. Did not do well, but you can ask anybody from the 90s about Little Giants. Matter of fact, I know I got it in trivia, but I'll say it now. Mark D'Antonio, who used to coach for the Cincinnati Bearcats, coach, shout out to Good. He was Good's coach for a second.
Yes.
Also coached Michigan State. When he was at Michigan State, they won a game against Notre Dame.
Yeah.
At the end, like a fake field goal, and they called to play Little Giants. And so this movie meant a lot to people, especially if you're from that era. I talked to Chaz. I told you I was talking to Chaz the other day.
Yeah.
He was asking me about it, and I told him I had to go take some notes for a movie. And he was like, "What movie y'all doing?" I said, "Little Giants." He said, "I hate y'all." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I love that movie, man."
Yes.
He said, "Hey, you." He said, "You fat lineman." Like,
you rang.
But yeah, $20 million budget in 1994 is insane. I ain't gonna hold you. It made $4.7 million the opening weekend, opened at number 5 in the box office, and then it moved up to number 4 in week 2. It fit I think 4 weeks total in the top 10, and it was in theaters for 12 weeks. The number 1 film in the box office that week. Skool and myself were having a conversation. He got it on the money. Pulp Fiction. It was the number 1 film in the box office when that came out. Pulp Fiction was it actually came out the same day as Pulp Fiction, so that makes complete sense.
Yep.
Followed by The Specialist, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and then The Wild River. And Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was out for 15 weeks at this point, right? So almost 4 months, just shy of 4 months, and Forrest Gump was opened up at number 7 in the box.
That's crazy.
It's the 90s movie run, the theatrical runs these movies had, especially the classics. Side tangent. If you're a movie fan like Skool and myself, and like going to the theaters, not just a movie fan, but like going to the theaters, Regal Theaters is doing a month of what's it called? Month of something. It starts with the M. I don't know why I can't think of it off the top of my head. I don't know why I want to say miracles, but it's not that.
Nah, go ahead.
Month of masterpieces. I'm tripping.
Okay, yeah.
Month of masterpieces, what they're doing. So I saw Shawshank last week. They're only doing 1 day only for these films. So each day, if you go to Regal's website, you can actually see what film they're doing if you want to look ahead. I know Skool loves There Will Be Blood. That's going to be at the end of the month on the 30th. Tonight, actually, when we're recording, they have Do the Right Thing. So I think I'm going to check that out tonight. And then I saw Shawshank, but check them out if you're into that stuff, if you want to see some classics on the big screen. But they did Forrest Gump the day after I went to go see Shawshank. So it's a cool thing because there's a lot of movies that we know and love and seen countless times, but never had a chance to go see them in the theater. And if you love them like that, you can go ahead and relive that moment. And sometimes you see some people, like when I was in Shawshank, I was sitting next to 2 younger dudes who had never seen it. And it was cool just to kind of see their reaction. Like, this is arguably the greatest film of all time. So I just wanted to make sure I shouted that out. So don't say we ain't never told you nothing. It is not streaming anywhere at the moment. Little Giants is something you would have to rent or own like Skool does. And I didn't find any awards for the film either. So Skool, I want to talk about the origin and how this movie kind of came about. And I'll go ahead and let you, I'll toss it over to you because it all started with the McDonald's commercial. So go ahead and tell the people what you know about it.
Okay, so this movie started with, like you said, with a McDonald's commercial, 1992 Super Bowl commercial. So I can't remember the 2 gentlemen. I think they're the 2 you just named.
The screenwriters, like that's
Yeah.
the ones who had the story.
Yes.
James Ferguson, Robert Shawcross.
Yes. They came together and made a McDonald's commercial, but it was about Pee Wee football. I actually sent it to you earlier. So it's a few callbacks to that commercial in the Little Giants movie. One being the dad's holding up when the little boy's kicking. That's from that commercial. And they didn't have any scripts or anything. They just followed real Pee Wee teams and kind of came up, with something that way. And included McDonald's. Steven Spielberg seen that commercial, loved it. And I think the funniest part about this is, and before I get into that, if you want to say anything else, but I think the funniest thing about this was the director. I have the DVD, so I got the commentary. The director got a call from Amblin Entertainment, and he didn't know who the hell that was. Like, so much so that they called him a second time, and he reached out to his agent or something and was like, "Yo, who is Amblin Entertainment?" Like, they keep reaching. He's like, "What? That's Steven Spielberg, nigga." Like,
ET, bruh.
Yeah, pick up your phone. Yeah. So
they literally, I think at that time, I don't know if it still is, but I know at that time their logo was like the Amblin comes across your screen with the ET on the bike. So I'm like, I don't know who Amblin is. Hey, I'm weak. I ain't know that story. He said, "Who was Amblin?"
He asked his man. It's like, "Who was Amblin?" Like, what?
Stop playing, man.
Pick up
see,
that phone.
That's type of stuff that make me mad. Like, bro, you gotta be kidding. You gotta, but he probably one of those people that really is oblivious. We all know somebody that wouldn't know that, or something they should know. And he's like, bro, I'll be in my own
especially being
zone.
in the business.
Like Lil Wayne, the way they talk about Lil Wayne, the same way. Like, that's me. He don't even know his own lyrics. So that's why.
I ain't never heard that a day in my life.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I always found that fascinating because this is the second movie or second episode we've done where we talked about the Super Bowl and how it ties into films. Way back when, once again, one of our earlier episodes, Skool and myself have episodes in the Wayans family.
Yeah.
And talked about how the Wayans family and Live in Color pretty much started the Super Bowl halftime show that you know and love today.
Yep.
Go check out that episode if you want more information.
Yeah.
But then also this one, Spielberg at home he did the DiCaprio Once Upon a Time. He looked at the screen like, "Hey man, hold on, I like that. Write something tomorrow. I want y'all to start a script tomorrow, right now." And it ended up being Little Giants, so it made sense. Shout out to Steve Spielberg, because obviously a visionary, one of, if not, depending on who you talk to, the best director of all time.
Absolutely.
And just be able to see a commercial, say, you know what, I want to turn that into a film, and actually making it happen. That's how things start. You gotta be a dreamer. You gotta have powerful dreams and be able to have the vision for it. He knew in his head already what that looked like.
Yeah,
I know the people that's gonna do it in the whole nine. So I thought that was dope.
And it also ties to different sides of things. Like, and I believe that's what the director was saying, is like, there's, like you said, there's a lot of football movies, but you don't really see the Pee Wee side of things. You always see the adults, the college, the national football, whatever. But you never see like the little kid where it starts. This is the beginning. Pee Wee.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it because I've been on both sides, because this film came out the same. This film came, and I wore, if y'all can see it on YouTube, man, Coach Rich. I'm wearing my coach's shirt from Pee Wee football. When I was coaching in Cincinnati. But this film came out the same year that I started playing tackle football.
Who you play for?
That's why I was Hilltop Hawks, man. Come on.
Hey, come on, man.
Legendary, man. Still around, too, in Cincinnati. I don't think any other team.
Shout out to my nigga Bullet, man.
Yeah, Bullet.
Legend.
Shout out to Bullet, man. Shout out to everybody, man. I'm still cool with a lot of cats I played with. The dominant team. Went to the Super Bowl every year. Won 4 out of 6, man. Dominant team. But we ain't here to talk about that.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about that MVP you got on your dresser, man. Go ahead, man.
But I do want to, man. I got a few. I got the trophy case full, man. But Skool said it, not me. I ain't gonna say that, man. I'm humble, man. Skool, do you remember your first experiences with this film? Like how you came about to watching it, loving it, all that stuff?
I don't remember my first experience. We've seen it so many times, but I definitely remember, and this is probably gonna sound cliche, I just remember, maybe heating up taking a little toaster oven, heating up a French bread pizza, turning on Little Giants, hoping, by the time we get back downstairs that it's straight to the movie, that the preview's done, man. So I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So for me, this came from my grandmother, so my
Okay.
dad's mom. And I've talked about this because there's a few movies. My whole, like, both sides of the family, man, got so many movies and gems that they hit me to. But I talked about this in Dutch because that's who we used to watch Dutch with all the time. If I go over my grandmother's house and we watching a movie, it was one of three movies that she would let me choose. It was one of three movies. It was Dutch, it was Beethoven, and it was Little Giants. Them were the three. I always beg her to watch one of those three. Little Giants, I watched that in her room so many times growing up as a little kid. And my grandmother was a huge Emmitt Smith fan. She loved Emmitt Smith, bro. She loved Emmitt Smith. So that was even more special.
Yeah.
As a kid, you don't even really realize it. But now as an adult, I'm like, oh, she gets some enjoyment. And that's one thing about this film and making a good kids movie. Because Ed O'Neill even said the reason he took this role on is because he wanted something for his daughters to watch that was family friendly and the whole nine. But making a good kids movie, the real secret sauce is making sure the adults have something for them as well. And they really did throughout this entire film, and that's what kind of makes it work. So even if you just casually are just watching it with your grandson, like my grandmother was, she loves Emmitt Smith, so she'd get an Emmitt Smith cameo and kind of sees the Cowboys and stuff that she recognizes. Which I wanted to look up the licensing and how that worked at the NFL side. Obviously they had to because you ain't using
they
Giants.
So that's on the commentary. They talk about that.
Please continue to sprinkle commentary notes throughout this entire episode whenever you see fit.
Yeah, so that's something that he talked about on the commentary. Was just so happened that the NFL, it was their 75th anniversary, and they were looking for a movie. Like, they reached out to Steven Spielberg and was like, "Hey, we trying to, it's our 75th anniversary. We're trying to do something, blase, blase." He was like, "You know what? We actually working on something," and it all worked out. Now the cameos was not in the movie. That was not planned or anything. I believe the director said he just gave it a try. Like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get some NFL guys here. And it worked, but they gave him a day, literally. Like, he asked, and they was like, "All right, we'll give you this day from 10 to 12. Like, that's it." Like, and he didn't know who was coming, none of that shit. Like, and that's what they did. Like, he said he had literally 2 hours to do that scene, which made the movie.
But you know what? That's dope for one. And for those listening, like, 2 hours is not a lot of time at all. A lot of times when people want to, let's say actors, for example, actors want to show range, or they want to try scenes different ways, different emotions. And you've seen this play out like an Entourage or something like that, where an actor want to do it and the director ain't with it. So he's like, "I'll give you a couple takes. Like, go ahead." And that's really not a lot when you think about it. And directors usually have the final say on what they're using. So for them to only have 2 hours, but for the NFL to send all Hall of Famers minus one person, I'll take that. I'll take the 2 hours. We can do what we need to do and go from there. So it worked out for the film and made it cool for people like us who were kids and knew these players. Because the one thing that I think is worth mentioning, I know we like to joke on them and crack on them right now, but back in 1994, the hottest thing smoking was the Dallas Cowboys. Man. So to see, and those uniforms that they wore in this movie were the same ones they wore for the 75th anniversary that Skool was talking about, that had the stars on the shoulder. So that was even more iconic because if you watch football, you recognize that it wasn't like their normal uniforms they wore in the previous couple Super Bowls. Oh yeah, so that definitely stood out as well. And the Giants at that point really weren't anything. So even though they had Super Bowls in the 80s and they won one in 1990. That was 4 years prior, and Lawrence Taylor I think had retired by then, so it was what it was. But I mentioned I started playing. I was 7 years old, and I started playing for Hilltop the year this movie came out. And then you fast forward to 20-some years later, I'm coaching. So I've seen both sides of it, and I've seen both sides of the coaching room. So I've been a player, and as far as being a player in Pee Wee, I've also coached Pee Wee. I've coached great teams. I got 2 kids that I coach right now, sophomores in college at big schools. One of them's a big name that you would definitely recognize, right? Coach them up. I've also been on the sideline when you just knew you getting drilled. We got to get rocked. Hey, man, listen, I'll tell you this. This is no lie. I'll never forget this. We were playing at Sycamore, not high school. So if you're from Cincinnati, Sycamore's football field is at the middle school. It's at their junior high. Not at their actual high school. We got a scoreboard, nice field, everything like that. We was playing a game. It was playoffs against Lakota. Lakota had like multiple teams. If you know about Lakota, it's a large area. So they had Lakota Black, Lakota Gold, whatever the case was, man. They had this kid that was cold on their team, bro. Skool, when I tell you they was rocking us, it's one of those games which I've been fortunate enough, even as a player and a coach. So most games we go into, I say literally, I'm not exaggerating, 95% of the games we walk into, you feel like you're going to win. Even if it's a tough game, you feel like, we got the better players, whatever the case is. That team, God bless them. You just knew, bro. You just knew it wasn't one of them days. Yeah. So it's funny getting prepared in practice for a week like that, where you just know your team about to get drilled, and it's the playoffs, bro. And we was getting smoked, and I never forget this Skool. One of the players, man. This had to be the middle of the third quarter, bro. He came over. I looked like, because they small. I looked, hey, bro, I'm sitting there coaching. I look down. This little nigga guy, his shoulder pads off, his helmet off. He said, my dad said we gotta go.
Straight up,
bro. I looked at him and said, "Hi, man. Just put your stuff down."
What can you say,
bro? What can you say? Go ahead, bro.
Hey, because if you had the opportunity and they said one of the coaches came to you and said, "Hey, you can go ahead and get out of here, man."
Get out of here, bro. I'd have been, man. I was so happy that season was over. I said, never again. I ain't never doing this.
That's crazy.
Team, shout out to them, man. Great kids, but they could not play football for a lick.
What was the final score?
It was nothing. Oh, like 48-0, 48-6. We got drilled, bro. It wasn't even. Ain't nothing worse than being on that sideline, knowing, just seeing the other team just going a bunch of spikes, just killing y'all. It's killing y'all, bro. Turning this equipment into the third quarter of a playoff game, man. I looked down at the equipment. I looked up in the stands. I'm like, all right, go ahead, get out of here, man. Get you some ice cream, some McDonald's or something, man.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
McDonald's, man.
So yeah, it's just funny, man. I got a ton of stuff, and it's also funny. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Danny O'Shea, man, because he a real youth football coach. Because he had the mom, he had Junior's mama. So yeah. Man, I'm trying to get at you. Hey, listen. All I'm gonna say is, whatever you heard about coaches and the mamas, that shit true. That shit true.
Look, I ain't even trying to listen. I just seen a TikTok.
Malik?
Hold on, real quick. I just seen a TikTok of one of the moms coming home with her son from football practice at like 3 a.m, bro. Husband, like, where y'all? Hold on, what the hell? Like, where y'all been at? She did my football practice. He said, well, what?
Hey, come on, man, stop.
He said to us, I guess it was a stepson, because he said, where was y'all at for real? He said, football practice. Come on, man, stop it. Come on, man.
They out here wilding, man. He was trying to do that, but the parents, not only just the moms, but both parents. The parents are what's wild about coaching. And if you ever coach youth sports, Pee Wee, you know what that is. No matter what sport. I've been coaching flag football. I remember one time coaching flag. Shout out to my brother Good. Me and Good. I remember Good he ain't have to. Before a season, he's like, hey, bro. Hey, man, I just want to let you know, man, you can't be messing with the mamas, bro. I'm like, hey, man, I ain't doing nothing, bro. It was a whole new season. He gave me a whole pep talk. I'm like, hey, man, I ain't even on that, bro. I'm chilling. He was like, hey, man, come on, man. I know how it is, man. You got some of the mamas, man, they be asking. I'm like, I'm cool, bro. I ain't doing nothing. But yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Oh, but shout out to Little Giants, man. If you never coach or gave back or volunteered, man, y'all should do it. You should do it, man. Volunteer, especially because I don't have any kids, so that's what even made it more like cool for me. And also, it was fun because I can just take the kid. Like, I'm gone. Like, once I'm like, you ain't got to come with me. I'm out.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But if I have kids, when I have kids, whatever the case may be, I'm definitely gonna coach their sports. I got to be there anyway. That's how I always looked at it.
Yep.
I might be there anyway, so I might as well just help out, especially if the coach is a bum. So yeah, man. Shout out to this fun story. I got stories for days. Hit me up if you DM me. Leave a comment if you ever want to hear some of the coaching stories. But yeah. Really good, man. Really good, fun stuff. I want to play a game of this or that with you, School.
Okay.
Haven't played this or that in a minute. It's gonna be kid movies, some sports related, some not. And I want to get where Little Giants goes in all of this. All right. So I don't even know if you remember this movie, but we're gonna start with this one. Little Giants or the Big Green?
Little Giants.
You remember the Big Green though?
Yeah, the soccer movie.
Yeah, soccer movie.
Yeah, trash.
Little Giants or Like Mike?
Little Giants means more, man. Little Giants.
Okay. Little Giants or Angels in the Outfield?
Ooh, literally, the wife was just watching this a couple days ago.
Still.
I'm gonna go Little Giants. I've seen it way more.
Okay. Once again, not all sports movies. Little Giants or Three Ninjas?
Three Ninjas.
Okay. Oh, no hesitation. Little Giants or Mighty Ducks? And you can pick any Mighty Ducks.
Oh, because over the original, I would take Little Giants over the original, but not the second two, the last two.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. I would take Little Giants over the original Mighty Ducks. I'd take D2 and D3 over Little Giants.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there thinks that the original Mighty Ducks is the best Mighty Ducks, y'all crazy. It's actually the worst. Mm-hmm. It's actually the worst one out of all of them. Yeah. Little Giants or Rookie of the Year? Pictures got a big butt. Isn't that what he said? Something like that?
Hey, listen, this is your story. Little Giants.
Little Giants or Space Jam?
Space Jam.
Space Jam. I would say Space Jam, just one of those ones that grew up in this era. Little Giants or Sandlot?
Little Giants.
Little Giants or Air Bud?
Come on, man. Little Giants, man.
All right, the last one.
I ain't believe that shit as a kid. I wasn't going. Fuck out of here.
Last one. Little Giants or Heavyweights?
Oh, Heavyweights.
Heavyweights, man. Heavyweights are classic. I've been wanting to do it. We gotta wait for Dave, man. Shout out to Sneaker Dave.
We gotta
wait for Dave to do Heavyweights, but we're gonna do that real soon because I can't wait to talk about Heavyweights because, like I said, I can't wait to talk about Heavyweights. I'm gonna say
Heavyweights and Mighty Ducks 2 and 3 are in the same echelon of like that teenage, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That teenage comedy, like where the adults can get it and still laugh, but it's a lot of shit in there. We just like, oh shit. Like, I don't think when last time you seen Heavyweights?
I was just about to tell you, I haven't seen it in a minute, but I will say this. I vividly remember scenes that I know I would laugh out loud watching today. And even if it wasn't for the kids, because kids, it was a Disney movie, but Ben Stiller in that movie.
Ben Stiller's fooling, bro.
Ben Stiller in that movie was gold, and he played multiple parts. Yeah. Ben Stiller was incredible. And Heavyweights, and it was just fooling.
PG-13 was different in 1994. Like, you might see a titty in PG-13 in 94.
Yeah, and the little Goldberg, the little because Goldberg, Mighty Ducks, a lot of the Mighty Ducks cast was in Heavyweights.
Yep.
So yeah, man, Heavyweights is one of those ones. If you haven't watched Heavyweights or seen it, look real quick, this just came to my mind. Were you watching Little Giants or Man of the House?
Oh,
because these are two movies that me and School, two other movies that me and School wore out on the VHS was Man of the House and Jungle to Jungle.
Which essentially are the same movie when you think about it.
low key, they got the same plots. Hey, Childish Grown-Ups, man, we gotta cook, man. We gotta collab.
We definitely do.
Jungle to Jungle and Man of the House. They cut that man break lines.
Listen, it's been too long. I don't even want to answer that because it's been too long since I've seen him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Too long.
Funny story. A couple years back, I remember hitting up School, or School might have hit me up. I can't remember exactly how it went down, but I remember telling School, like, hey man, y'all ever want a date night, man? I'll come over and watch my niece Emery. And he took me up on it one day. So I went over, and Emery is 8 now.
Mm-hmm.
So this she might have been 5, 6 at the time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to watch Jungle to Jungle, and School was like, hey, she ain't really into live action yet. She ain't into live action yet. You got to put the parts on. So we ended up watching Finding Nemo, which was actually my first time watching Finding Nemo, which is a whole nother story. But shout out to Jungle to Jungle, man, because that was my
Yes.
movie. That was my movie.
Classic.
Let's go ahead and get into the film, School.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about best scenes, and obviously we're going to start with the opening like we always do.
Yes.
I just like it when I talked about the importance of just laying things out, especially for a kid's movie. Keep things real simple. Explain it like a 2-year-old. So you got the dynamic. Those throwback scenes was a big 90s staple. You know what I mean? A little quick 3-minute flashback, 1964. And it just sets up the dynamic of the brothers. You know that Kevin is the man. You know, he the hot shot. He thinks his little brother annoying. And, you know, Danny just want to be around big bro, man. And I want to participate. Mom said, she ain't even going to pick me up. I can be with you all day. We get to the field. We picking teams, and you left me there. Just left me out there, man. And ASAP was like, man, I'm on the injured list, man. He said, I'm on the injured list. Oh, girl came out. I think that's obviously Junior's mom. Yeah. And, you know, you're not playing? I'm on the injured list. So he said, I ain't never come off the injury.
Hey, I think I think it's also super cool how there's not a lot that needed to be done for you to know that was 1964. All they had to do was drive an old ass truck past. You know what I mean?
Leaves, the leaves and the fence.
Yes. And that's super dope, super simple. And also I think it's very telling that Danny just wanted a chance, bro. Like, even though he knew in his heart that he wasn't gonna get on that field, what'd he say to him? How many touchdowns you think you're gonna throw to me? 50? 100? Like, okay.
He wanted to. Hanging with big bro. Big bro was like, man, only reason you with me is because I had to bring you with me. You could tell you didn't want to be around.
And I think I think that plays to which they don't really tell you the age difference. But I think that plays to the age difference. It matters. Like, me and you are 2 years, at the most 3, sometimes for a few months.
We about 2.5. Yeah. What is that? That's technically 29 months apart, 30 months apart, me in school.
Something like that. But I feel like if we would have been 5 to 6 years apart, it could have turned that way. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have been at home.
Where you just, I'm just annoying, like, and I don't mean no harm. Like,
that's too big of a gap, man. If I'm 12, 13, and you 6, 7, we doing other stuff.
Beat it, scram.
Scram. So one kid told him in that movie, scram. But I showed that dynamic, and it was kind of weird because it was hard to get a read on Kevin. And who he was, because you dogging your brother, but also at the same time, like, one day that water tower gonna have the O'Shea brothers. I don't know if he was just trying to make Kevin feel good so they can go home. He can tell his mom he participated, but it is what it is. But I like that they drew that up. And I don't know if you found this out in the director commentary. I didn't really spend time looking for it, but obviously this is based in Ohio. It was shot in California, but it's based in Ohio. So Urbana is not a real town. Urbana, Ohio is.
Outside of Dayton.
And then they move, and so Urbana, Ohio is a real place, not too far from Cincinnati. I think it's outside of Dayton. And they also mention a team called Sutterville. They mention them twice in the movie. There's a Centerville right near Dayton in Ohio. So I wonder if somebody was from Ohio, from the Dayton area. Because they did use fictional places, but they sounded very similar to real places that are here. So I never found that out. Did they say anything about that?
No, they didn't.
Okay. So, and listen, for all I know, they could have just used Ohio because NFL Hall of Fame is in Ohio. So I don't know. I don't know what their reasoning was, but I always found that interesting. That was another appeal, being a kid. Like, oh, this is Ohio. And that's the way you don't really see too much Ohio stuff at that point. Or at least I didn't. We weren't aware of it. So we obviously got the opening scene, and then I'm going to move on to the tryouts.
Classics.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question, Skool. Very serious question, because it's not discussed in the film, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Did Kevin O'Shea go pro?
Did he go pro? No.
All right. So let's talk about this. 3 high school championships, which is, all right, that means you're the man. 1 collegiate title, which, let's just say, using our imagination, Kevin's from Ohio. If you know anything about Ohio kids really don't leave Ohio. You're going to Ohio State. With a man like that, you're going to Ohio State. Ohio State come knocking to your little town, especially because there's a lot of rural, small, little towns in Ohio. And that's what I
And
think.
that
The funny thing is, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think that's the only maybe you see, and I only say that because those are two only schools that really have a chance to really make some
Yeah, and
noise in Division
even
One.
UC back then wasn't that.
And I was
Yeah,
gonna
so it was
say, and
really
they
just
really so.
it really just Ohio State, because that's the thing. I was gonna say, because we've lived here our entire lives, but I think people who don't live in Ohio or aren't from the Midwest, when they picture Ohio, they picture places like Urbania.
Yep,
they don't picture like cities like, or maybe Cleveland. They know Cleveland, Cincinnati, Columbus. But I don't think they picture actual cities and buildings and tall stuff. I think they think of farmland and little small towns where the cops roll through the streets telling everybody good night and good luck.
Mayberry.
Like what? Yeah, Mayberry. They picture that, and that's not the case. But there are a lot of places like that. To Skool's point, there's a lot of colleges in Ohio.
Yes.
But only two major conferences, which is Ohio State and UC, like Skool just mentioned. The rest of them are MAC schools. So, I went to a MAC school, Toledo. You got Toledo, you got Kent State, you got Akron, you got Miami of Ohio, you got Ohio University. So all these schools that you know of, but they just Bowling Green, bums. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. But I'm assuming he went to Ohio State. I say all that to say, let's say he was a Buckeye, and he won the Heisman. You mean to tell me he didn't get drafted?
We're not gonna say he didn't get drafted. We know how this shit go in college, basketball and football. You can be I leave you missing like the fucking O'Bannons. Like niggas just don't go well.
That's fair. That's fair. That's what made me think, because it's very it's not crazy to say he didn't. Charlie Ward won the Heisman and changed the quarterback position, and he didn't get drafted.
Yeah,
obviously ended up having an NBA career, but you have that happen. Doug Flutie. Right. Doug Flutie won the Heisman and had to play Canadian football before he had his chance. And so it's not uncommon, but it just made me think, like, I wonder if he went, because he the man. That's the thing too. When you are a certain status your entire life, when everybody's kind of worshiping the ground you walk on, it's hard to get to places and people don't recognize you as that.
Yeah.
So do I want to be like just another guy? Or do I want to go back to my hometown where I got my own field? I got the Heisman Trophy of me in the park. I got my own dealership. He probably done monopolized the game. I'm sure there ain't no other dealership in Urbania.
No.
Why would you ever buy a car from anybody but Kevin O'Shea?
Anybody else but Kevin O'Shea. Exactly.
Yeah. So, he probably was like, you know what? I'm the man here. Everybody know me. And that small town in America, that's a big thing.
Yep.
So at the tryouts, we kind of see the good kids and not. And obviously we meet Becky. Becky's one of the most important characters, Icebox, because she's obviously a girl. So that's a big element of this film, the fact that you made her one of the best players, a girl. You kind of twisted things on it, and she wasn't playing no games. I think those two kids was messing with her, and she ASAP had dude in the headlock. Pops had to help him out. Hey man, let him go. Yeah, man, you lucky my dad came, because I probably would have stopped you out. And they knew they couldn't do nothing with Becky. You know what I'm saying? And her nickname was the Icebox. That was a classic.
Yes.
The Icebox. Everybody was talking about the Icebox when they was playing football after this movie came out. And one of my favorite lines in this movie, because it said everything about Kevin O'Shea. And I don't know. It might just be me, man. It might just be me. But after the lineman, he got tackled by Becky. Obviously, he had his lunch in his helmet. And Butts had the Cheetos. And Kevin was like, he said, what is that? He said, Cheetos. Crunchy or puff? He said, puff. And he had a disgusted look on his face, like, wimp. Like, you eat puff Cheetos, man, you a bum. You ain't making this team. I don't know why that's funny to me, bro. But the look that Ed O'Neill makes, like, wimp. Yeah, man.
It's funny because one of my favorite scenes is the scene with the same character. The lineman asked him, like, how'd I do, coach? Nigga said, I don't know, son. I ain't got a sundial. Shit, like,
get out of here, man. Beat it. Hey, that's when you know, because I've been there as a coach when you just you ain't never playing.
Yeah,
you gotta be up 70-0 for you to even touch the field.
That's
you know what I mean. So kids just they want to ask questions, bro. You know you ain't, but you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say you trash. You know what I mean?
And that's, I think that's why I like Kevin O'Shea, man. He ain't hold back.
He told them, and listen, when Danny walked up to him, like, what you doing? He's like, hey, man, what you want me to do? Lie to him? Like, that ain't how life work.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? You can do a lot of other things. Yeah, he told Danny, hey, man, start a chess club.
Now listen,
a nature walk. He said a nature walk club.
Let me
Y'all ain't
ask
no
you
football players.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the 3 weeks played a role in the way he was acting? Because there's enough scenes, redeeming scenes for Kevin O'Shea for you to feel like he ain't really that bad of a guy. So he made that point. Like, you only got 3 weeks to put this shit together. Like,
I don't even think it's that. I just think that there's certain people who are maniacal competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what they do. Obviously, everybody's heard a ton of Jordan stories. It just doesn't matter what they do. They can be playing checkers.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were talking about what I know, what I love, like who's more qualified for football than I am? I'm a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
Hey, there ain't a lot of them around. I just
Nope.
want to let y'all know history.
Nope.
We're talking about millions of people who have played college football. Like there's only, I don't even know how many Heisman's, less than 150.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's probably looking at it from a bruh, like, what you gonna tell me about this? No different than anybody else, an expert. So let's take me in school. Like, you know, we can learn things about movies, but we know more about movies, I say, than the average person. You know what I mean? You have to be a like real cinephile or buff and to have conversations. And I just think that there's a certain arrogance that comes with it. And not to mention, bro, I'm trying to win. Like, I'm Kevin O'Shea. Like, I'm not trying to get out here. We got Butt said we should be preparing for Sutterville when he pulled up to the car wash, right? I know Kevin's probably thinking like, hey, man, I'm not going to Sutterville and losing. No. Matter of fact, I remember my game when it tossed against y'all. Like, we're not losing y'all bumps.
Hey.
Like, so I think it's part of that, too. And also just, like I said, if you've been a coach and you really bout that, and those kids they're old enough, and that's another thing. I didn't coach anything younger than 5th grade.
Yeah.
Me and Skool were just having a conversation about this the other day because the little kids I don't have the patience for.
Yep.
I need you to have some understanding because if I'm teaching you something, I want you to retain it and know what I'm talking about. We can have a conversation. And I can at least know if you understand what I'm saying or not.
Yeah.
And they're at the age where it is time to start thinking about soccer and chess club and cross country and all. Bro, you ain't a football player. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel Kevin. I feel him. But I will say this. Cutting kids from a Pee Wee team is crazy.
That's insane.
You still let the kids on. You still let the kids on the team and just don't, they bench drivers. But that's cutting kids, bro, that's nuts. That's nuts.
Nasty,
and we didn't have Pop Warner here. Like, because Pop Warner is obviously a big national thing. We had our own Ohio divisions and teams and stuff, so it was kind of different. But it just made me laugh when he was like, dude, a wimp. We got Hot Hands who spoke like a grown man. Come on, fellas. I wash you, put lotion on you. Why you doing me like this, fellas?
His voice annoyed me since I've seen this movie. Ever since I've seen this movie, I just like, why this nigga talking like that? And I feel like he blew a booger on that dude on Old Boy For Real.
He did. Hey man, that's another thing I wrote down, bro. Nah.
Hey, he really
remember when Miles Garrett took the helmet and was swinging the Mace Fruit out there? That's what we on, bro. You throw the snot boogie at me. We on. That's what we doing.
Clown.
So we already talked about Icebox. She out there whooping feet, choking dudes up. And I feel like let's look at it from Icebox perspective, right? First of all, I'm nice. I'm nicer than all these dudes out here, for real. Because Spike, we ain't no Spike. I'm nicer than everybody out here, even my auntie, right? Kevin's wife say, "Hey, she the best one out there." When Danny pulled up, she the best one out there. I would have held, you know how Jay-Z always rap about his uncle that said he would never make it?
Yes.
That would have been me if I was Icebox, bro. Every single time. That would have motivated me forever because my own uncle didn't take me. And just because I'm a girl. Even though I'm nice. And we know that's uncommon. Even today, you don't see a lot of girls trying to play football. But yeah, man, you can't do that. But cutting kids from the Pee Wee team is wild. You had kids crying, teary-eyed. And Kevin didn't care, bro. Go on, beat it, man. Like I said, when you can go ahead and start a chess club or a nature walk, and I'm support you. Y'all got it, but not football, bro. That's what I do.
Not at all.
And this is random, but do you think kids still give out wedgies?
No.
Yeah, they went there. Hey, they was giving out wedgies and all that, man, until Becky came up.
Hey, that's insane.
Hey, Becky was Omar, bro. Becky was really on some Omar. She pulled up in that go-kart, man. It's like The Wire, man. Omar coming. Like, Becky pulled up and they scattered.
They super scattered.
Yeah,
they
man.
know what's up.
Yeah, and you don't want to tell people that, you know, even though
They
it
know
probably
what's
would
up.
be acceptable. Icebox probably whooped up everybody in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they definitely is like Debo. When he be around,
Yeah.
I'll be quiet.
Hey,
They
I don't
definitely
have
be talking
a.
shit behind her back. She even said in the commentary, because she was a part of the commentary, she said in real when she really came on, uh acting and everything, that it was really like that. Like the boys was really giving her shit, like, you a girl, da da da. She said she smacked a couple niggas around and got
I
it
bet.
together.
I bet, man. And she actually wasn't a bad. She hasn't been in a lot since Little Giants. She acted here and there, but and she's grown now. I think she's like 4 years older than me.
Yeah, she 43, 44, something like that.
Yeah, I'm about to say like, well, older than that, more than 4 years for those like keeping scores. That's more than 4 years. If she's 43, 44, I just want to let that be known. But she wasn't a bad kid actor at all. Like she
Nah,
actually
not
could
at
hold
all.
on, especially when you look at some of the other kids that's trying to. You could tell like they reading their lines, they super
Mhm.
memorize them. It was all natural. So shout out to her. I
And
don't.
hold on, real quick, I
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about that because of the commentary. So the story changed a lot, like to the point where they said that they would be rehearsing their lines, for a week or whatever, and then the day of shooting, they come with a whole new booklet. Yo, y'all scrap all that. You reading this your scene. So I think that even gives her even a whole nother level of greatness, because you imagine practicing all day for this, and now you got to read this.
That's
So
crazy
that,
to do to kids.
especially the kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's crazy.
so and then that's why I kind of want to give Hot Hands some grace. He probably
Come
just
on,
learned that
fellas.
line.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything else to say about that scene and the tryouts and everything. Um, we get the build up, and then we get to Kevin getting arrested once he finds out about Junior. So we got a lot of stuff in between. Do you have anything else to say about that stuff?
You say Kevin getting arrested.
Yeah,
Oh, when
when they was up there
yeah,
peeping
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
of
Did
course
you have anything before that?
I would say the football, like him going through the window, like,
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because
yeah,
that was right before it. Yeah, that's when he
yeah,
found out about Junior.
yeah. First off, I want to say shout out to I can't remember her real name, but she's the little girl
Holding
that
the
plays his
camcorder?
youngest daughter. That's always
Okay.
at the camcorder. That's the little girl from Spy Kids. Um,
No, I didn't know that.
yes, she's from Spy Kids and a whole lot of other stuff. She became a big kid actor herself, or actress or whatever. But I want to say in 1994, you had to have bread to always have that camcorder rolling, like, and to give it to your kid and just be like, just film. But I
There's
think
no
that it
shame, man.
speaks, yeah, I think it speaks volumes of how the difference in coaching, how serious, like you said, how serious Kevin O'Shea took this shit. Like, he said, "Come on, man, that's a pillow cushion. Like, you can't."
It's a couch cushion, son. It's a
That's
couch
hey,
cushion.
it's a couch
Come
cushion.
on,
Like, come
man.
on, bro. Look, hey, ribs, count it down. The director was getting weak when he was talking about this scene, because he was just like, bro, like, Ed O'Neill was just phenomenal in this role. And
Legend,
not to
man.
mention, he said he based this off of, I believe, his high school coach, the director's high school coach, and a little bit of Mike Ditka. That's why he always had the gum. There was a Mike
Hey,
Ditka
he's chewing the hell
trademark.
out of that gun.
Yes, yes. And
And
listen, when that nigga,
you know what's crazy? Real quick, you know what's crazy? I want to point this out because we
yeah,
always and we know it's true. We know it's true.
mhm,
There's centuries of evidence. Black don't crack. Ed
yeah,
O'Neill was like 48 when he did this role, man. He looked like
mhm.
35, man. Shout out to Ed O'Neill, man. He
Shout out
looks
to Ed
great. He used
O'Neill.
to go out there and play. He
Hmm.
used to go out there and play.
Yeah, because he definitely was looking good. Now Icebox revealed in commentary that the full up that was a little touch up, a little toupee
No, he
fit.
got the he had
Yeah.
the he had the man unit. He had the man unit. Oh, I was wondering too because that hair looked too clean, bruh. I'm like, hold on, man.
Hey,
48, no gray. Ah, Ed had the
hey,
man unit.
said he
Shout out
had
to
the
Ed.
man unit, and she was like, "I hope you don't kill me for saying this."
Hey, imagine somebody like me giving him a compliment to come to find out. Yeah, that's just like kids though. Was she a kid when she did the commentary, or was she older?
Nah, she's older. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the DVDs weren't even a thing back then, so obviously she had to be older.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
man, exposing somebody for the man unit is crazy.
Hey, but that's how it be, man. That nigga just trying to show his team how to get it done. Wife stepped out the way. Listen, he was going a little hot. Like I don't blame her for moving to the side, because it's like, when are you gonna slow down, brother? Like, there's no way he should have been coming that hard. Pause.
Yeah, that should be a walkthrough, especially first of all, take that outside. I'm surprised the wife was even with that. Like, bro, y'all go outside and do all this.
Yes. But listen, who telling Kevin O'Shea to go outside in his house?
You're right. Kevin O'Shea got an above ground pool, man. He said, I'm out here.
Come on, man. Stop it.
Yeah. He went ahead and tried to do it, and that was it. Went through that window, and the whole fam getting weak too. Rewinding and shit. Again. Yeah, rewinding and getting weak. Hey, his wife was playing. Hey, his wife.
That's what make it worse is the wife.
The whole movie though, man, she ruled for the Giants, all of that. Yep. She said, "Man, forget you,
bro." Them looks. That's your favorite type of acting, boy.
Especially after, looking up in the stands like, "What you doing? Why you ruling? Hey, man, laughing a little too hard, ain't you?"
Hey, straight up,
cheering a little too hard, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
Relax,
straight up,
relax, man. All I wanted to say, that was great, because that was a great scene. Yeah. All I wanted to say about Kevin getting arrested was, I love the fact that Danny had his assistant coach, which was the younger kid. I forget his name. It might have been Jake or something like that. But I love that he had him as his assistant coach. Yeah, he was on point. He was on point, no pun intended. And saw it, and Danny ASAP. And Kevin even gave him props, like calling the state police instead of locals, because local police, you come in and see it's Kevin O'Shea, they might go and arrest Danny for wasting their time.
Listen, you see what they was on with OJ?
And what's even more crazy is I don't think I remember this as a kid. They came up with the sticks out. Like, they was ready to blam Kev away. Like, hold on, man.
Come on, man. Peeping time. I'm on the same shit.
Yeah. Calling them a peeping time out there in your underwear. And it's a small town, so they protecting them, because it's a real tight-knit community.
Yep.
I want to know what it would take. How petty do you have to be to call the cops on your brother? You know what I mean? Like, he probably knew, like, ain't nothing about to happen to him. But still, I'm about to call the cops.
Yeah.
Just to inconvenience that.
For sure. I think that it's super petty and super smart, like you said. That's how he definitely knew that it was his brother, because of him calling state police. Like, because first off, nobody would have called, because they know Kevin O'Shea anyway. But just so, let's say they did, like you said, they would have called local.
Yeah, for sure.
Easily.
For sure.
So
I had another observation. I don't know if this was a 90s thing or if this is like a white family thing, but they had milk with every meal. I know milk was big in the 90s, right? They even had the Got Milk campaigns.
Milk.
Like, for milk. No, they didn't even have a brand, bro. They were just promoting milk. And I just remember the dinner scene, like after the tryouts and stuff, they had milk for dinner. I remember after he got arrested, when old girl bought him a sandwich, he had milk on the tray for the sandwich. When Becky got cut, right? And then in the kitchen, she had the milk with the chocolate in it. Like, we used to do that all the time when we was kids. So I think it was a 90s thing where I'm like, damn, white people drink milk like that for every meal? Or what it is? I don't know.
Don't give me the line.
I'm about to say, is that milk?
Hell nah.
I'm weak. Oh, but yeah, man, I just had to shout that scene out, because it was just silly. One of those silly things. Like, damn, bro, you call boys on your brother, and it's always good fun because it wasn't serious.
Yeah, for sure.
The next thing I had, just very quickly, I just wanted to shout it out, was the car wash.
Yes.
Because once again, if you've ever played or coached even football, you have done a car wash. You've done a car wash to raise those funds for new uniforms for the end of the year. We used to go down to Atlanta my last 2 years at Hilltop. So when I was 11 and 12, we took trips to Atlanta.
Yep.
And that's how we did it. We did car washes and fundraisers so they can pay for the hotels and the bus and all that stuff. So car washes are a real thing. And if I'd have met someone like Butts, which first of all, you ain't talking nothing crazy to me. Your name Butts. Your name is Butts. Get out my face, bro.
That's his
But I'm
man's,
spraying your car down, huh?
That's Kevin's man's though.
That's Kevin's man. I ain't my man. If I'm dead, you ain't my man. You ain't my man. It's like
that's his man's.
And I'm spraying your car down. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
That's the
whole kids.
This is the first time I peeped that he picked him at the beginning of the beginning of the scene. Like first person he picked on his team, but
and I'm really telling my kids, I'm that kind of petty. I'm really telling my kids, man, spray the inside of this Cadillac. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it?
Because it's leased. He getting a new one every year.
Yeah, and it's my brothers too. So yeah, that's why I'm even doing it. Yeah, y'all deal with it. So
I like that scene. I just want to jump ahead a little bit to them discovering Junior.
Junior or Spike?
Junior.
Okay, I got you. That was before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to go ahead of you a little bit.
You mean back?
Or back. Sorry. Excuse me, sir.
Nah, that's why I was confused. You got it.
I think that was just a very important scene, and it can't be skipped over because so far we've seen how Icebox, is Icebox, but it seems like she's becoming Rebecca. Like she's calling Junior a cutie, and even she's surprised by this. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't like boys. Like, and that's something.
This is 2025. She wouldn't have. But that's another story of another day. Go ahead.
That's a question I have, but I also wanted to just say, like, that's something you can't beat. Hormones and puberty and all that shit. Like, no matter what, you ain't beating that. Like, there's going to come a time. I think that one of the things that they failed at for me personally was I don't think none of these kids look 10. I think they should have just stayed at a certain 11, 12, somewhere in there. I think 10 was kind of a stretch.
As far as the age, yeah.
Yes, Junior was supposed to be 10, bruh. And as you can see in some scenes, and I know you know that, in some scenes he doesn't even wear shoes because he's so much bigger than. Matter of fact, the scene where they're coming out of the house for the announcements, the Little Giants announcing the team and all the players, he walks out of the house with no socks on or no shoes on, like going home, like.
And talking shit like a 15-year-old.
Yeah,
Devin Sawa was 15.
Like,
not only that, man. Tell him who the dip suck, bro. Get out of here. You're lucky your mama fine. For real, man. Come out here, something. I just invited you to my people to tell my dip sucked.
Rick ain't gonna say a word. Rick's a good guy. Danny's a great guy. But yeah, that's a great scene.
I wish he'd have said that to Kevin.
You already know what's gonna happen. But again, great scene. I also love the fact that even the other little boys kind of peeped it, but they didn't know. It's something that they're just so not used to seeing that they just like, I'm tripping. Icebox ain't on that. It's not until later they do reveal, like, nigga, if you quit this gawking over here and get on your shit,
man, we might have a chance.
So yeah, I love that scene.
All right, man. We gotta get here. I don't know if you got anything else you want to talk about, but 45 minutes into the film.
Come on.
You don't think about it when you're a kid. So that was one of the things because he's such an important part of this movie. 45 minutes into this film, both coaches get a tip. And a shout out to I want to be when I get old like that, bro. I want to be an old man like that. Just causing just at the local diner with the local people. Just talking shit, man. He had the board up with the spread.
Yep.
And they just fucking with it. You know what? Let's call both of them at the same time and let the best man win. The two old heads give a
Wilbur and Overall, right?
Yeah. Which is they named them after the Wright brothers. Once again, another Dayton theme. Yep. The Wright brothers museum is in where's Wright State at? It's Dayton. It's a suburb of Dayton, but it starts with an F. It's messing with me right now. Either way, that's what the museum is. All of that. So they were named after that. Ohio themes. I gotta know who was Ohio based in this movie. But either way, both coaches get the tip that there's a new kid in town, real big. he was a trout, you wouldn't throw him back. See Kevin in the Chevy. You see Danny in the go-kart. And, of course, Danny with his go-kart maneuvers under that train track. He gets there. Now, here's something that pissed me off.
Okay.
Right? And we got Spike. We see. Pops, you worship my career, but you can't recognize that I ain't Kevin?
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? I know it's a kid's movie and it ain't supposed to be broken down like that. But it's hard to, as an adult, look at it and be like, hold on, bro. You said you came to this, you moved to this town.
It is.
To have your son coached by me.
It is.
And you don't recognize me. I'm a Heisman trophy. It ain't like I'm Jay Coit, strong safety, North Hollywood High. You feel me? Like just some random. Like, I'm a Heisman Trophy winner, bro. You know who I am. Yeah. So when I pull up, you're like, you look kind of small. And you doing the whole, who am I? Huh? And like, you a dick rider, bro, for one.
Listen. Everything that man did, I can't remember his name, but during the commentary, they kept shouting him out. Like, all improv, like nothing written. Like he said, it's I didn't know he was gonna do that. Like, that was golden. Mm-hmm. Like, he killed that shit, bro.
He was on top of it. He was on top of it, man. And when you see Spike come down, and once again, we go back to expression acting. Rick Moranis' face when he seen Spike coming up that U-Haul with that freezer on his back, bro. He looked like all of us if we had to see the 10-year-old. But he's supposed to be 10. Yeah. It reminded me, no lie, bro, on everything I love, man. R.I.P. to Mr. Reminded me the first time I ever met Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Met Mr. in 8th grade. We were a little bit older. I was 13 when I met Mr. Bro, Mr. I could have sworn Mr. was a junior in high school when I first met him.
Yep.
Bro, same thing. He was the real live Spike.
He almost didn't beat the rumors, man. Shit.
Hey, man, a real live Spike. Everybody thought Mr. Like everywhere we went, everywhere we played, bro. Even in middle school, I want to see his birth certificate. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, I'm like, bro, he's younger than me.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Mr. a few months younger than me. So, shout out to Mr. Man, R.I.P. But Mr. was like, bro, first day, 8th grade football practice. First day, 8th grade football practice, bro. He came a little bit late. I think I told you the story before. He came a little bit late, and I didn't have anybody to stretch with, so it was me and him stretching. That was the first time I met him. He had the afro, the little ball, like the afro puff balls and stuff. Man, I never forget, bro. Just grown man, like Cop Diesel. I was like, bro, who is this? Like, we got a new coach. We got a new coach, bro. What's going on?
Said them niggas going too far with the comedy. Who is this?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, but going back to your point about Mr. Hammersmith, so that makes sense as improv. Because
yeah.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
Yep. Who am I?
That shit was hilarious.
Man,
but I love that scene because I don't want to cut you out, but I'm gonna roll that right into Spike's first practice.
Go ahead.
They're kind of back to back, and I'm just gonna say it right now. Spike, let me look up his name, the actor name, Sam Horgan, who plays Spike. That's my scene still, bro. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie because you obviously know these kids in real life aren't 10, but if he really was 10, that's what makes it even more funny. Yeah. Because first of all, you got the gold cap or the silver cap over your teeth. 10, right?
Hey, they said they don't know where they came from. Like nobody wrote that in. He just said it.
This is why I love director commentary. This is why I love director commentary, because you get a chance to really look back and get the inside scoop on these things. I'm wondering, like, why does this kid have ever since I was a kid, why does he have like the silver gold cap on his teeth?
Just did it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And referring to himself in third person.
Yes.
Like, I thought that was hilarious. So he comes in and everybody gawking over him, like, damn, who is this dude? Like, so we come in, like, all right, who's Spike Lee blocker? That'd be the ice bag. Where's he at? right here. Is Spike mistaken? Aren't you a girl? Spike don't play with girls. What she said? She said you were quick. Like, Spike don't play with girls. She's pretty good, Spike. Spike don't care. Didn't you hear? Spike don't play with girls. He told his coach, they said, didn't you hear, nigga? Spike don't play with girls.
And I mean it.
Yeah, like that's what I mean, man. When you mess with Spike, you mess with death.
Hey,
Spike was on that, bro. Hey, man, I fuck with Spike. He can't. Hey, listen. When he tried to get the handoff, he fell on the ground because everybody's messing up. This is like a couple things. This is like a couple of small things that happen. They go back to crack practice. You see the frustration, bro. You call this a team?
Yeah.
It remind me of Oh, I know we're telling a lot of side stories, but that's what we do in this show. I wasn't so my freshman year of high school basketball. I was playing freshman. I was on like the sophomore team.
Okay.
So we had a freshman team, a sophomore team, and then it was JV and then varsity.
Yep.
Good, obviously, Good always been
varsity.
Even though he played football, he got receiving records at UC. He was always a hooper. We always thought he was going to hoop. He committed to college for hoop before football really started popping for him. But he played JV as a freshman. There's this dude on the team named Dwayne. And I remember they lost, bro. And I don't know what that coach said to him in that locker room. But Dwayne was like, man, y'all trash, nigga. I'm undefeated. Y'all owing whatever. Said to the coach, bro, straight up. I told the whole tape, man, y'all, I'm undefeated. Y'all,
I don't play.
That's what I think about when I looked at that Spike scene. Because Spike was like, you call this a team? Like, hey, you, pretty boy. Next time you hit it off the Spike, put it here.
Put it here.
And you, fat lineman.
You rain.
Hey, and that's when Kevin came to save him, man. Kevin came up in that red. I don't know if that's a Corvette. Kevin came up in that red Camaro, whatever it was. I think it's Corvette. Came up in that red Corvette and saved him, man. So yeah, man, let me get you up out of here. Thank you, football gods.
And bruh, my favorite part of that whole scene is Kevin's face. Like nothing needs to be said. Like he just gave him that look, like
you're a cowboy now. And you know what's even crazier about this that I never really peeped when I was younger?
Yeah.
He's practiced with that team for like 2 weeks, bro. The game was the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had no practice time or nothing. I'm that nice.
Yep.
I come on the field and just dominate. He said, yeah, you a cowboy. He said, so you a Heisman Trophy winner. He said, hey, man, you asked about Coach O'Shea. I never said I was Kevin.
You said I was Kevin.
Which goes back to my original point, bro. That should be your man's, but it is what it is. I know it's a different time, no social media, but even then, the kids knew who Emmitt Smith was. You should know who Heisman Trophy winner is.
Yeah, you try to get niggas grace, and I'm sitting here like, it's still players that I don't know what they look like.
I'm looking at him, and I'm like, bro, ain't no way you play football day in your life. Stop playing with me.
Hey.
Stop playing with me. But it's all good. It's a kid's movie. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. But I love that. Like
crazy.
Spike. Them scenes from Spike was hilarious, bro. He got another thing that he did in this movie. He got another, maybe even more important, not a more important, but more that I enjoy more than this.
Is that walk by?
You talking about when he got the penalty?
Yeah.
Looking at Becky. Hey, bro. I gotta find a still shot of that and make that like a profile picture somewhere.
That gotta be a gift, something, boy. Hey,
that's gotta be a gift somewhere. Point and everything. Like, yeah, but Spike a bad boy, man. Shout out to Spike. Spike a bad boy, man. I'm fucking with it.
One of the best things that I found out about this movie was how long it took them to decide who was gonna win, because they didn't plan on this really being in an underdog story, like that the Little Giants for sure would win. Like, bro, look at this team. Like, how can I make this seem possible?
Convince an audience,
yeah. Like, but it worked out. But still, like, that blew my mind. I'm like, that's what's up that they even thought about, letting them win. Like, and still, Kevin having that other side of like, you know what? You're right. Misfits, y'all can ball a little bit. So, we can join up still. Something like that. So
yeah, man. Shout out to Bad News Bears too.
Yes.
Another classic, both of them. But it's funny you say that, because that's interesting, because now that was a big trope. Underdog story, the underdogs win. Yep. And then you start getting into series where you have the underdogs give a valiant effort and they put it all on the line, but they still lose. There's a lot of like TV series and movies that, as you got into the 2000s and 2010s, you thought it was going to be that underdog, and was like, nah. I think about Friday Night Lights. I know that's based on a real story, even though it's kind of loosely based.
Yeah.
But even at the end of that, you expect Pyramid to win the state title. But like, nigga, this Carter, nigga, it's Dallas Carter. We about to smoke y'all. Like, I think this shit was cute when y'all getting up there. And that didn't even happen. That game wasn't even in the state championship. That was like the semifinals or quarterfinals. Either way. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to spoil for people if you've never seen it, but TV series, like I said, and things where you want the underdog to win, and you almost think it's going there, but the writers do such a credit to the story by making it realistic. Like, bro, y'all not beating them.
Yeah, I think that's what made Rocky such a big thing, such a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
absolutely.
Story, having the courage, like to get in there with Apollo, like sheesh.
Like the first Creed movie, like the finale. Because usually they'll do something like they do with Creed 2 or Rocky 2 or whatever the case is, where they lose that first one and then at the end they gonna win.
Yep.
And Rocky was like, nah, same with Creed. Like, bro, you nice. Like, we give you your props, but you ain't winning this fight, bro. You ain't just gonna come off the street and fight the heavyweight champ and think you about to win. So shout out to them for that. I'm very curious to know how the story would have looked. I guess it would have been what you said, where the Cowboys win, but Kevin learns a lesson. You know what? Everybody should be included. Y'all's good enough. Why don't y'all join the Cowboys?
Yep.
And that would have been make Danny his assistant or something like that. So that makes sense. I'm with that. Did they say why they ended up going with the Little Giants winning? Did they mention why they chose that?
No. But I all I could think of, we know test audience. I guess that's the only thing that could make me think of that. Or Spielberg said, "Hey, this I don't like that."
That's fair. Spielberg said you got to go. Next thing is the Madden bus. Not much to say about it. Just want to highlight those players. We talked about it at the beginning, but if you were 10 years old, 11 years old, like these kids were, and then you just see the Madden bus coming. And like I said, I love the fact that it's not unrealistic. Anywhere else, it would have been weird. Like, why y'all in the middle of America, USA? But we here in Ohio, we trying to get to Canton.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to help us out, this and the third. So just seeing those pros, and that's kind of what they needed, just a little bit of confidence. So just, y'all can do this, man. I know you got the Cowboys tomorrow, but y'all can do it. I wonder if they were upset, if anybody was upset that Emmitt Smith was helping out the Little Giants instead of the Cowboys.
Also, I think this is another little side note. So, Icebox continuity wise was not there. But originally they started filming with her, and she said in the middle of it that the director or someone pulled her and was like, "Yo, you not here. Like, you can't." So she had to, she still met him and all that shit, but she was originally
because she was a cheerleader at that point.
She was in the scenes and doing all this, and it's like, nah, you can't. Nah, you ain't in this. She was hurt.
Shout out to the continuity director,
whoever.
Somebody's always in charge of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Schooling myself, I think the first time we ever really found out about that was a How High commentary. The How High DVD commentary where Method Man was talking about he used to piss his continuity person off because there was a scene where he had the toothbrush and he flip it and change his hat, and they'd be like, "Man, would you stop doing that?" Because they really try to make sure everything looks the same. So shout out to that.
Real quick, one of the worst continuity mess ups in history of movies. You know what it is?
What's up? Which one?
10 Commandments. Charles Heston.
Yeah, what about it? Which part?
Well, they took it out because they can digitally take it out. But he had a watch on in one of the scenes.
For real?
Yeah.
It's like Khaleesi having that Starbucks cup.
Yeah, like what?
It's kind of crazy, bro. Like what you doing with Starbucks right here?
Yeah, come on.
So we get to game day. And I got to ask you this. And I love the montage of the kids just getting ready the night before because, once again, just that night before laying the uniform out, sleeping in your cleats, you just ready. And you wouldn't have even had that confidence had it not been for the NFL players. And I guess this might answer my question, Skool, but you see the Cowboys warming up. They got the priest to say a prayer. And then all of a sudden you hear them through the vents, Little Giants going in, banging helmets, talking that one cash.
Shit.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, was there a deleted scene that I missed of y'all having a dope-ass practice? Because what makes y'all think y'all about to go out here and just whoop them? You know what I'm saying? They was in there talking that one. I'm like, y'all sucked the entire movie. The entire film, y'all have been bad. Like, what makes you think that you just about to go out here on game day and smoke these dudes?
They did have the little scene of them getting it all together and all that
Junior
shit.
said, we're unstoppable. Nigga, no, you're not.
Hey. and I think they was just trying to play up the Becky Icebox situation of them not knowing. I think that's what that really was because they didn't know. So it was just them like, shit, you know what? We still got Xbox. Fuck it. Like talking shit, blah, blah, blah.
It's still fun. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's still funny,
Bruh.
man. Because I'm just like, bro, they was in there hooting and hollering.
Hey,
I
she
love that.
walks
Once
in
again,
there.
that might have been this improv where the dad was holding Spike back like a dog.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes,
come on, man, say
yes,
something for the.
yes.
Hey, both of them together, they man,
Bruh, that's what I
iconic,
said.
man.
Scene stealers, both of them.
Scenes 100%. The
He
Hammersmiths are definitely scene stealers, both of them.
I love when she walks in. And the way that goes to you saying she's great. Like the way she walks in and is just like, this isn't a big deal. Hi guys, just wanted to say good luck. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You was wearing Lawrence
bro.
Taylor number. Like, you are big dog. Like, what? Come on, man.
And I remember being a kid. And once again, Hilltop, we were good. Like, we were loaded. So it wasn't like that big of a deal compared to there were some teams where if it get close to game time and that player ain't showed up yet, you start looking around like, hold on, man. Like, where's such and such at? Because we know we ain't got no chance without them.
Again, I know you telling side stories. I played on the 7th grade football team. We wound up going 5-2, but we were 5-0. And our best player was Eugene Clifford. Shout out to Gene. He didn't show up for the last 2 games. So we 5-0. We talking that shit. Bruh. Game 6, Gene didn't show up, bruh. It was some icebox. Like, what we gonna do?
Nah, man, that's real, man. Gene was one of them ones, man.
Yeah.
I talk about Mr. Man. Gene was the same way, man. Gene had a scholarship to O State and all that. Well,
man.
But yeah, Gene was a dog, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Gene was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
But that makes sense, man. And that's how it is. Yeah, but the kids were shook. And that played into that first half. And you see them on traditional movie fashion, the underdogs. The first half, they sucked. They were terrible. Getting whooped on. It was 21-0 at halftime.
Yes.
And that leads into one of my favorite moments, heartfelt moments, is the one-time speech. You know what I mean? Like that one-time speech and that whole thing, that really gave them that confidence coming out. Because sometimes you have to, when we talked about, hey, they were debating on who was going to win, and you say, well, how would the Giants win? How can you convince an audience? Well, that's how you do it.
Yep.
Just really being human, having a human moment. And you know what? I know that's Kevin O'Shea. I know that's my big brother. I know he's a Heisman. I know he's a legend. All of that. But you know what? One time we was racing our bikes and I beat him. Like, y'all might not want to believe me, but I promise this happened. And everybody started thinking, like, you know what? This one time I did it. We can lose 99 out of 100, but all we need is one time. And that's what got them going. And they was hyping, ready to play that second half. And you saw the confidence come. And that's what not the Madden players, but the NFL players were teaching them. Yes. It's all about confidence. 80% physical, 80% mental, 40% physical.
Yes.
But they came out there, they get their first yard. And they talking cash. Like they line it up like, yeah, bro, what's up? We here.
And I think that was also the point of John Madden's speech too. Is like, and I think a lot of us as humans do that. We get into our head too much. We overthink things. Like, it's just a game. Like, we getting paid lots and millions of dollars, but nigga, we just playing this game.
Man.
Yeah, just go have fun.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't be on I know him is coming out this weekend. Don't be on that shit, man. It ain't that deep. I ain't gotta be doing all that.
I'm going to see that ASAP.
But I need to know how it is. So I'm gonna let you see it first. I want to hear thoughts because y'all don't really do it look like a mind trip, and I don't know what to think about it. Either way, we see that second half where everything starts to turn around.
Yep.
See little Timmy, I forget his name. His name wasn't Timmy, but he scored on that reverse. So they get their first touchdown. Just kind of keep grinding away. And then you have the moment after they score, it's 21-7, and Mr. Hammersmith is pulled Spike by the helmet. Hey, man, ain't taking no chances, bro. Take him out.
Hey, he's breathing by the next play. You out of here, buddy.
You out of here, man. It's Spike with the dirty hit. He could have got him. He could have got him legally, but he said, "Nah, I'm about to take you out." He got the flag, and that's what we talked about earlier. After he got that flag, he kind of looked over at Becky with the hey. Ain't that your man's over there laid out? That's your man's, ain't it?
Hey, he meant that shit, boy.
Hey, he meant it, bro. Hey, hilarious, man. I gotta make that. I gotta find that kid for something. That shit is classic. That grin he gives her in that point with the cat with the
what with the shine.
Come on, man. Yeah, with the shine on it. Yeah, he knew exactly. Ain't nothing worse. I mean, ain't nothing better, should I say, when you talking shit and the person that it's only between y'all two. You the only two that even know what's going on, but they
Yep.
know exactly what's going
But you
on.
know what? Yep.
Looking at them, like, yeah, and that's what made Becky come out. Like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, man, we about to do this, and she still had her skirt on. Like, I just
Yep.
put these shoulder pads and helmet on. I'm still about to come out here and rock y'all. And obviously, she playing quarterback. We have the infamous what's that play? It's pitch to Johnny. Pitch to Johnny. You can't pitch to Johnny. I'm Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny got that pitch, bro. What I'm supposed to do? Run to him. And that's how going back to was that part of the McDonald's commercial too?
Yep. Yep.
And not only that, man, it's a good reminder. Hey, that's why you need to be in your kids' lives.
Absolutely.
They can do things that you might not know they can do. My man saw his pops turn into Barry Sanders.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I don't care nothing about this football because they did a great job of showing us that he always going. Like he's always and remember he wasn't supposed to be back for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big surprise. And I'm providing for the family. Like mom come, I ain't got time to go to no games or nothing like that. But he showed up. And it's like a little redeeming for him. He's not a real character, but redeeming for him to show up and then have that moment with Johnny and the whole team celebrating and they in the end zone. But yeah, that shit was dope, man. Yeah. And then as we get closer, so the score is getting closer, you got one thing that gave me a week. You got Shorty coming down from the stands. Like, remember that play that Kevin ran? And like, shut up. Like, what you doing, man? Get your ass back up there in the stands. Because that would never happen.
And I feel like that should have been his wife.
Or it should have been his wife. You're right. Mm-hmm. But I think they did enough of her cheering to where they didn't want to blatantly disrespect Kevin. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. I said that should never happen. But in small towns, those towns where the whole town shut down on Friday nights because the high school team playing, that might be one of those things I remember when this and those stories that Kevin was telling to Orville and call it? Like, we had 2 seconds left. You sure? I thought it was 3. I thought it was 4. Nah, it was 2. I'm telling you. That's what happens in those towns. So I could kind of see somebody remembering, I remember he made that 38 toss. That's his favorite play. And knew it and they stopped him.
Man.
Then obviously the infamous
I just love they know the play. They know the play. Ain't nothing worse than that. They know the play. Ain't nothing you can do.
Once again, not to overthink it, but you would like to think in real time, calling timeout. They a little too young to do audibles. Like I don't think you're teaching audibles and get out of this play. So it made sense and it tracks. And it's one of those things where in football, it don't matter. Like I used to tell kids all the time, like you should know exactly what's just like NFL, right? If it's 3rd and short, 4th and short, you playing the Eagles, you know the tush push coming. What you gonna do about it? Like, ain't nothing you can do. You know I'm running it right here. That's the bravado, the machoism of football. Like I'm running this ball right here. Your man versus my man. What you gonna do? You gonna stop me or not? And that's kind of what it is. And they showed that perfectly in that scene with football. And then of course you get the annexation of Puerto Rico and the little Giants win. And you have a nice moment between those Shea brothers.
Yes.
But we didn't even talk about the bet because if Kevin won that bet, he 100% would have taken over that the gas station.
Easily.
And I hope there's a part of me that
always gonna have a job.
There's a part of me that hopes Danny like really took over the thing. Hey man, or you can run it. I'm taking 50% off top. Yeah, man. You got
nice listen, I love the fact that he already had a plan for him. That nigga said you can work your way up. Start off on commission. Like work your way up. Like he already had a plan. Man. Like nigga, I'm right. For real.
I'm gonna do you right, yeah, man. Don't worry about it. And it came up ASAP. Hey man, you know that little bet, a little stupid bet we made. Yeah, now it's stupid, huh?
Listen,
now it's stupid.
I would have made him sweat for a month or two.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I'd enjoyed it. I'd enjoyed it too.
Yep.
Man, I got this. Nah. But yeah, that they ended up having both of their names, like they said in the beginning. Like now we got both those Shea brothers. We really about to get that done, and now I feel like an equal. Like I beat my brother in this, and in the same way Kevin has all these stories for years and years and these legends. Now that's gonna be one too. The day the Little Giants came in and beat Kevin's Cowboys.
Yep.
With a little rinky-dink team, and they had everybody they needed. Nah, for real, that shit was dope, man. That shit was fire. Yes. So that's pretty much what ends everything. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add as far as the scenes? I know I kind of went through that a lot.
I definitely want to talk about. I would say this is probably my second favorite scene. It's just the scene of Kevin in Icebox, really having that one-on-one discussion. You know, Icebox just confused. She doesn't know what to do. She wants to play football, but her hormones are different. She's just like, but I like this boy, and he likes my cousin, who's a girly girl, but I don't know how to be a girly girl. Like, and Kevin, Uncle Kevin keeps it all the way real with her. I don't think that was malicious in any way. Like I would hope to think that it's not. You know, like I said, the director said that he wrote it in the sense of like just a redeeming something to redeem Kevin. So I don't think that it was him trying to really get her to be a cheerleader or it's up to you. You know what to do if that's what you really want. But he also told her like you are a dog. You are no Shay. Like that's what it is. And then of course that heart-filled, do you think I'm cute, or what did she say? Do you think I'm
cute?
Pretty or something? He said,
I think
no.
Cute, pretty, one of the two.
Yeah, I think you're beautiful. Like dope scene. So
absolutely. And that did show the humanity of Kevin, which makes him a very redeemable character. That's just who he is. You don't look at him as a jerk. You just look at him as that's just who Kevin is.
Even the scene with Spike, when Spike did that shit to Junior, like he came to him like, I want to win, but we don't win like that. Like, another redeeming quality. And at one point, obviously, Spike's father thought that was cool because shit, Kevin, like I thought you wanted to win. Like you talk like you want to win, and this is how we might have to win. Like, and Kevin was like, nah.
That's the great thing about Kevin, because Kevin's mentality, you can tell, is always like, I don't have to cheat because I'm better than all y'all.
Yep.
I'll rip. Like, so I don't even have to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Our kids are better than theirs. We're gonna win straight up because there's no honor in winning in a cheap way or going around like that. So I definitely understand that.
Yep.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Little Giants. Classic film.
Classic
film. Did you have any best quotes?
Oh yeah. So I think I said a couple of them. Hey, fat lineman, you rang. The other one is something about his mom. Don't be talking about my mama. Like that.
Yeah, that's definitely in mine. I remember that to this day.
Yes, that nigga said, "Don't be talking about my mama." I think that's about it.
Yeah, the "don't be talking about my mama" is something I can still like blurt out just because it was that good. And then of course I talked about the cheese, but like crunchy or puff went. He was just so disgusted, bruh.
Yes,
Kevin was so disgusted that man had cheese puffs and not the crunchy ones. And that always makes me weak. So, and then I said all the Spike stuff, man.
Yes, Spike. Yeah, that's why. That's without question.
Yeah, man. Spike don't care. Didn't you hear? Spike don't play with girls, bro. You making me repeat myself. Scene stealer. We talked about the Hammersmiths.
Yes.
Any actors from The Wire? No. Did you have anything for like wouldn't let that happen to me? My only thing was you ain't about to be talking greasy to me every time I see you. Your name Butts, bro. Shut up. Get out my face, bro. Your name Butts. I'm about to start calling you Cheeks.
I think that no excuse. I just think that your boy was just used to it because they obviously been kicking it since they was kids.
Yeah, and I would have been clowning them since he was a kid too. Corny ass. You named after ass crack. Shut up. You got any trivia other than what you've already blessed us with?
So the last one was, the director was fired. He was let go.
I saw
because it took a long time for the shooting the field scenes, the actual scenes for the field, the game, should I say. They actually got the NFL camera people to film a lot of that for them. Again, shout out to the NFL for that. They really gave them a lot of things to help them with this. But yeah, he was terminated because he went over in hours. Like, and they used 70 kids, bro. Like 70 kids on top of they said it was super hot, like crazy hot. And again, they kept changing, the script. Like, we practice for this, and then next thing this happens, and we still don't know if the Giants are going to win or lose. Like, it was just it was a lot of things in factor coming into play, and they let him go. But then once they kind of shaped up the story a little bit, they brought him back. So shout out to that, man.
Shout out to
Must be
that. And you
nice.
know what else is funny? I know you probably saw this, but you saw the names of people who were almost considered for Kevin and Danny's roles.
Bruh.
This is always so fascinating how getting the right actor completely changes the movie. And it doesn't mean that if you get some other people, it won't be a good movie. It's just a different movie. So I'm thinking about like Tom Hanks was considered for Kevin. And Tom Hanks could do it. He did A League of Their Own. Like he can do it. It's Tom Hanks. We get that. But does he have the same, like, I don't know, bravado as a Ed O'Neill? I don't think he does. And you have somebody like Bob Saget, who was gonna plead, he was in talks to be Danny. And I don't know. Bob Saget's tall. He was tall, RIP. I don't know if I think you need that Rick Moranis kind of look. Like he looks like the underdog, you know what I mean? Versus somebody who's doing it. You can do it with Bob Saget, but it doesn't look the same. You got Dennis Quaid and all these other people. It's just interesting when you look at it. Like John Goodman being Kevin O'Shea. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it doesn't work.
I would have definitely liked to see Bob Saget as Kevin. And I think that would have just
Kevin would have been good.
Yeah,
and
because
like Daniel
it would have been
Stern.
so different from who he was. You know what I mean? Especially not who he was, but his Danny Tanner character. That the world would have been shocked. Like, oh shit.
Because we didn't even talk about the fact that Ed O'Neill was still doing Married with Children at this time. I think some of the shooting even went over. Like he was told that this was going to be done before the season started, and they was
because
still
of that
going over. To
fucking
your point,
shit.
I'm about to say to your point. And like Daniel Stern, which is interesting. I know they talked about him being Danny because Spielberg, one of the things he said when he saw that commercial was like, "I want my Home Alone. I want to make my Home Alone." So everybody was chasing that. And Daniel Stern obviously was one of the bad guys in Home Alone.
Yes.
Phil Hartman is Kevin O'Shea. Like, that's interesting. It's not the same, but it's interesting.
It's definitely not the same, but it's definitely interesting. Damn, that is interesting.
Now, I will say a name that would have been great, but if he did it, maybe Shooter McGavin doesn't have the same type of impact, which is Chris McDonald.
Yes.
Chris McDonald as Kevin would have been good. Yes. He could have nailed that.
Yep.
Christopher McDonald would have nailed that Kevin. He would have been that because I think it would have been Shooter McGavin.
Yep.
It'd have been Shooter, man. And that's the thing about Shooter would have been with it. He would have been with the, hey man, go ahead, take him out. Yeah,
take him out. Yeah.
So it's just fun. It's just fascinating for this type of movie, especially since it was a box office flop. All of the big names that you had in that timeline, should I say, that were considered for the role. So shout out to the film, man. One of those ones.
Shout out to Rick Moranis. Like, I've never seen a movie with him in it where there's no name that I feel could replace him. Remember Robin Williams and who was the other? It was somebody else, and Robin Williams too. That they wanted to be in it. Like, there's no name that I heard, especially for Danny. Once you get Rick, you set. Like, especially in a character like this.
That's fair. All right, man. We get to the end of the episode where we look at the the viewer ratings.
Yeah.
We add our own. The average viewer rates this film 6.5 out of 10. Too high, too low, just right.
I'm gonna say it's too low. I'm gonna go 6.8.
Okay, then. I'm gonna go too low. I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
Okay.
Give it a solid 7, man. This is up there in the kid movie upper echelon. Especially with sports.
So I had two things.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, I think that it goes to the thing you do with the characters. Like, I think that Kevin O'Shea is Al Bundy if he would have done what he wanted to do.
Like, he was really like a football player. I mean, not player, but high school.
He made it after high school, like, because he was actually good on Married with Children, but he just met Peggy, got her pregnant, and
yeah, I like that. I can get with that.
So I definitely can see, Kevin O'Shea, Al Bundy, same person, but just if life would have went different. the second thing is, how do you, if you remake this movie, because I believe there's a sequel or something to remake.
There were talks of a sequel, but it never happened.
Okay, but how do you make this movie today? Like, do you think it would be more serious? Do you come at it with the same elements? Like the
Come out
thing
with the
that
same elements. I don't know. I don't even know how many. I'm so out of touch with like kid movies and
Mhm.
if they make them like kid sports movies like this. I don't know if that's a thing. I think that, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. I mean this 100%. In today's day and age, like they definitely gonna be exploring Becky's sexuality.
man, that's what I was. Yep, yep.
Um,
That would have been way
and
better.
all of that. But I think you still, but unless if they do a serious tone, if they do it like like the '90s type of kid movies we had, then it would be perfectly fine. And when I say perfectly fine, hold on, I didn't mean it like that. I mean like it would be normal, what we standard to, where it wouldn't be
Yeah.
that deep. They wouldn't look at it as like we're gonna make this a statement movie or this type of thing. They would have just been like, all right, then we're just gonna make it a kids movie. But I think you make it serious. You do look a little bit deeper. I want to see what you really do is you make a R-rated comedy about the coaches. Because as someone who's been a coach, bro, you can make a comedy about looking at this from the coach's perspective, and the kids just be the background. Like kids coming up and you just getting your best Billy Bob Thornton impressions and just dogging these kids and doing whatever, because that happens. So if they were to remake this, I want it from that perspective. I want it to be R-rated. I want it to be a comedy, and I want it to be from the coach's perspective. I want it to be Kevin O'Shea, legend, Heisman Trophy winner, all that. Mix it with some Mighty Ducks. Remember, Coach Bombay had that DUI. That's the reason he had to do. He's doing community service. So now I got this. Now I'm above this ragtag team. I should be coaching the big dogs. So you mix Mighty Ducks in with, you know, a little bit of like Hangover or whatever you want to call it, whatever that comedy style is.
Yeah.
And then that's how you make the movie, because you can see him being frustrated, even a drunk, like, because coaches be on some wild shit. You got to have a scene where he got the mama, little Timmy getting playing time because I'm at your mama's crib, like, you know what I mean? All that stuff, man. You can make that. That would go crazy.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious. So that's how I would remake it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I think pretty much the same what you said. I think that unfortunately I don't want to say that. We do live in a time where they would make these kids older. Like I said, 12, 13. And it'd probably be a series, and Becky would you keep those same elements, but she just confused. You know what I mean? Like,
or if you really, or even that, if you just take all of that out, if you just want to make like a feel good Disney Plus type of series, then what you do is you have Uncle Kevin
coming to age.
You have because you make it, when you said they're a little older, I'm thinking about a middle school team, and they can't find a coach, and Becky wants to play on the team, and they're just not that good, and she begs Uncle Kevin, like, come on. He keeps telling her no. Like the first episode, he just all knows. And then something happened where he finally has a change of heart, and he ends up helping the team, and you kind of follow it that way. And then maybe he's a coach at the school or something like that. Not a coach, but a teacher at the school. So I don't know. But that's how you kind of do it if you want to do feel good, just kind of regular, what you're kind of used to. But yeah, it's interesting, man. Interesting concept.
Yes.
But
all right. So last thing I want to say, shout out to Beware, the only female I've ever known to play on the football team. She played for, Coleraine Middle School, 7th and 8th grade squad. She was a dog, bro. Dog. So shout out to
dog too.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. B, and her brother was a dog. Dog.
In everything.
Dog. Nah, that's real.
with the pads and without them, huh?
That's a fact. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to D Hall, man. He knows exactly why I'm saying that too. Shout out to D Hall, man. So I'll be where beat the brakes off a dude after we came off the bus.
I seen it.
No name, no blame. I ain't gonna shout dude out like that. But, yeah. Anyway, man. Yeah. Appreciate y'all out there for listening. Thank you. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, check out Skool's podcast. Who the fuck that's y'all.
Please.
Skool and Rio on YouTube, SKOOL and Rio RIO. Also
Yes.
subscribe to We Got Y'all. We're gonna be cooking up here soon.
Yeah.
Like this weekend. So
I
there'll be
can't
new
wait.
episodes. And yeah, that's it. So we appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool. How y'all be cool.
Peace.
We out.